yerb trip.
The joint in the yellow can.
No, like straight real yerba
Is that
mate.
loose? Like loose?
Yeah,
it's
you just got in a little gourd and you just hang
that
out.
doesn't look appetizing.
No, it looks like dirt.
It looks like porridge.
Yeah, it looks just like dirt.
But hey,
it's
healthy.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I would assume if I can see it, then it is pretty
right.
healthy.
You're right.
Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back to Too Good For You podcast, the only podcast in California. As you heard, we have a very beautiful and special guest joining us today.
That's right.
Long time, good time friend, Mr. Ryan.
Hi guys. I'm doing well. What about you?
Good.
Beautiful.
I'm trying to keep it as normal as possible.
You can do whatever you want, man.
It's just us. It's just
Yeah,
us.
it's just us.
We're here to
We're
conversate.
just, as like you
Right.
said, we can just keep talking about what we're doing. Yeah, so I'm drinking yerb. Let's just
Yeah.
get back into it.
I mean-
Yerbs are great.
It's good because I'm trying to get off of coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of hard considering I have a lot of good coffee shops near me.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, the yerba mate is pretty solid though.
Yeah. That is actually, it's actually funny you kind of brought that up because like when we were looking for guests and we're trying to find people that we know, yada yada yada. I threw it out to have you, and I was like, he knows a lot about coffee. We don't really have anyone who knows
Coffee
about coffee. We
enthusiast,
talk about
yeah.
coffee with him, like
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I don't really fuck with coffee anymore. And I'm like, "Fuck."
No, I still do drink it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of good places. Have you guys been to Thank You Coffee over in Anaheim?
Thank you, coffee.
Check it out.
Moon Goat though. I like Moon Goat.
Moon Goat is solid.
Yeah.
Which one have you been to?
The one that's like right by the freeway. What is it? 22 right there.
The 22. Oh, I
Right
haven't
by-
been to that one. Okay.
Yeah, that one's nice.
I've been to the one that's in Costa Mesa. It's like kind of near the Triangle.
Oh, okay.
You know what it
yeah,
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Solid though.
How did you get into coffee? I don't drink coffee. I never really did.
Really?
Yeah, I've never really been like when I was in college, like I pretended to be into coffee just
Yeah.
because I'm like I'm in college. So
I need some caffeine
Like, I'm
in
gonna
me.
go
I
drink
need some
coffee.
caffeine.
Nah,
So
I
I'm,
feel
sitting
you.
Here, like, all right, like, oh, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and get work done. What the fuck am I doing? I don't even drink coffee.
That's
I don't
funny.
Know, I don't really know anything about coffee, but like, how did you get into coffee?
Well, when I graduated from Lakewood in 2013, I started working at Starbucks like right away in the Lakewood Mall. Lakewood
That's
Mall
right.
buddies, right on,
That's
brother.
right.
Did you work in the mall too?
Not at
Okay.
Lakewood, no.
But yeah, Starbucks coffee isn't really good. It's more so convenient because it's all sugar.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I worked there from 2013 to 2019, but like different locations.
Yeah.
And I think like the first real good cup of coffee that I had was after my homie's birthday party in like 2017. The morning after, you made me a pour over. You ever had a pour over?
Those hit different, dude.
They hit different.
You
can
take
really
a lot longer to make, but
They
they
do.
hit different.
Those are the ones in the crazy contraption things, or
It's like a cone situation, and you
Okay.
kind of just pour the water over it.
uh,
We made them at Starbucks, but they were terrible. They didn't teach us how to make them. They just
Really?
said grind it, not what setting to put it on. You're supposed to know like how long the beans get not roasted.
each bean is different.
Yeah.
So it's like the consistency is always gonna change. So you just
Yeah.
have to-
So if the water is sitting in the coffee for too long, the coffee won't taste right. Like I'm not the best at it, but I could make a pour over.
yeah.
Like I got homies that'll smoke me in a pour over like contest.
wait. Okay, so wait.
That's fire.
What's the difference between a pour over and a drip coffee? Is that the same thing, or is
So a pour over, it's more so geared toward like one cup.
it okay?
And drip, you just make like a big batch.
Oh, gotcha.
But I mean, like take bakers and baristas for example. Y'all, we've been there together. You been there before?
Yep.
So bakers and baristas, their drip coffee tastes like other shops' pour overs. I ain't saying no names, but bakers and baristas is like top tier.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, drip is cool too. I haven't got drip in a while.
So when you say like it's mostly what I mean, I don't know why we're doing this, but like I
It's
hope
fine.
you enjoyed this.
we just dove straight into it, yeah.
Pressing you about coffee.
No, you're good.
Like,
Go ahead.
Like you are the bee himself. Yeah, I just don't know anything about coffee, and I never really drank it.
It's fun. It's obviously it's really addicting, like caffeine in general. But I think I started to see it a little bit different. Like in 2020, there's a shop in Long Beach called Wolf's Brew. It's on Carson and Lakewood.
Yeah.
It's like So they were like one of the few shops that were still open, like had an open lobby. And that was like kind of eye opening to me because I'm like, yeah, the coffee's there. People need their drinks, but more so it was like a community type situation that was pretty dope to me. Cause the owner, Briar, shout out to Briar. I don't think he's gonna hear this, but his story is really cool. But yeah, it was cool to see like they were still open and providing like a space where people could still go and meet and feel like kind of normal, I guess. But fast forward, there's this brand called what the frick is it called? It's called No Free Coffee. It's a black owned brand. They're from, I think dude is from Nashville, or at least he has a shop in Nashville. But bro, he's like a pop-up kind of coffee situation. He has a brick and mortar in Nashville, but he's like pop-up, does collabs with like Anwar Carrots and Joe Fresh Goods, like stuff like that. But bruh, he had like this cold brew grapefruit soda drink. It's called a Tootsie. Fire. So after that, I'm like, damn, like low key coffee could be like a luxury type thing.
Yeah.
If you got the eye for it, the taste for it rather. But I don't know where I was going with that. But
I mean, I feel
that's coffee.
I mean, it's pretty much. I mean, you could attribute it almost to like beer. It's like
you
can go to Starbucks, which is like Coors Light. It's like
exactly
it's mass produced.
right.
It's super easy. Everyone can get into it because it's like like I said, it's just sugar.
Yeah.
Coors Light, just water. It's like those are like your baby steps, and then it's like you graduate slowly into getting into like how real beer is made and like how this is real coffee tastes like.
And you can taste the difference too.
You can definitely taste the difference.
Use the right water temperatures and shit. Like no, it's a whole process. Like you can really get into the real scientifics of coffee. And so I'm obviously mastering brewing beer is
it's funny.
Similar.
It's funny because the dude that made that pour over for me for the first time, he brews beer too.
Okay.
So he's pretty solid too. Shout out John. He's the one that got me into photography.
Yeah.
Super cool dude. But speaking of beer, what's your favorite beer? I don't drink no more, but I know a lot about beer.
Are we talking commercial beer or like
craft?
Craft.
Yeah.
Oh, craft. Actually, I think my favorite is up in Oregon, Great Notion.
Okay.
Theirs is really smooth, and I like the flavors that they make a lot. But I've had a lot of craft beer. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I turned 21 or 22, I think is when I first got into like craft beer.
Okay.
And I went on a whole like spree of like, I'm gonna buy 6 cans. I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's. I get these. I'm gonna go to the liquor store.
Oh, you can mix and match at Trader Joe's too.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like,
they got a big selection too.
Exactly. So I'm like, I don't need the same 6-pack. I got variety.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a long journey that I went on, and then I started gaining some weight, and I was like, all right, let me cool off a little bit. Let me cool off a little bit on this. Like. Yeah, Great Notion has to be one of my favorite.
Great Notion.
Craft,
What kind of beer is it though?
There's everything, dude.
They make everything.
Yeah, but I think my favorite is they make a slush.
Their main grip is like a smoothie beer or like a slush type of beer where it's like what you can get from like a sour. How they have like crazy flavors and sours, but it's in a little bit of a from my understanding, I think it's in a more like traditional way of brewing beer and not like brewing a sour.
Interesting. And it's slushy.
It's still a beer.
Mm. Oh,
but
the style is called a slush?
Yeah, it's like a little. It's like.
I'm thinking like an icy. Yeah. I'm like, what?
They do have some of those too, though.
That's not Great Notion.
At Great Notion, in the actual like brewery, they have like their slushy.
I was thinking of that other place.
I was about to say, what the heck?
The other place in Oregon that has it.
There's a lot of there's so many in Oregon.
Breweries up there, man. That's why for me, I'm like, I don't even know what I could pick as like my favorite because I don't know. Like for me, like a lot of things, like if I just enjoy it, like I'm just cool with it. Like if I just like beer, so I'm like I don't really care what it is. Like I can drink Coors Light and be like this hit.
Yeah,
in this moment.
Especially if it's real cold.
Yeah, or I could go to a small brewery, get their pale lager.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's what you're known for. Give it to me, and I'm like, this shit is gas. Like,
yeah.
right
Okay.
Here. So for me, yeah, I'm open for everyone. Like I don't really know, but I would say like probably like off top, Bottle Logic has always been good to me.
Bottle Logic.
Bottle Logic's in Anaheim.
Okay.
Brewery X too.
Brew X is pretty solid.
They're on the rise for me, man.
Yeah, they're solid.
They're on the rise.
Brewery X is fine,
Yeah.
but yeah, no. Bottle Logic has always been good to me, and they've always had some pretty good beer. I can say.
Yeah.
Their sours, specialty, batches or whatever. But yeah, they have some pretty good beers, and they usually have. I think it's coming up pretty soon. They have like a week in March, I think, where they pretty much just like only have these beers for the like one day, like out of like 7 different beers that they just do like every year. So it's like a year to make them, and then they just like release them one day out of the week. And that's really the only kind of brewery I know that does that. I'm sure there's more, obviously. Like I said, there's hundreds and hundreds of breweries, but yeah, no, I would say Bottle Logic has always been good to me. I haven't been there in a while, but they usually have some pretty good options.
It's funny because Brew X has like what was it? I forgot the name of it, but it was a malt liquor.
Okay.
When I tasted it, I'm like, bro, this tastes like a Mickey's. This is crazy that you guys have this on the menu.
Repurposing.
I feel so full drinking this. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, beer is cool. I think my favorites, it'd have to be Brother Thelonious by North Coast, I think. They sell it at Disney. It's pretty solid.
They sell at Disney?
It's
that's
at
my next one, then.
It's at California. Do they sell alcohol in Disney?
They do now. Yeah, so
I just have that the Star Wars.
No. They're starting to add more. So I know they added like Olga's Cafe. That's like where it started.
Olga's Cafe.
Now I know that they're adding it to like Carnation Cafe on Main Street.
Really?
And then there's like 1 or 2 other spots. I saw it on like online, but I'd forgotten.
Interesting. It'll be a minute before we try it because our pass is expired. They expired last month, bro.
Damn.
It's too expensive.
It's way too expensive.
To me, it is.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I've never had a pass.
It's fun. The food's gotten better since I was a kid. So.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's what I go to Disneyland for, or Disney for.
Yeah.
It's just food and drink. I don't even ride the rides.
Because if the lines are too long, we just walk around and eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Adds up though. Adds up.
It does. Yeah. Walk around, stare at people, dodge some farts. People just fart all day in the park. I'm like, bro, did you smell that one? What did they eat today?
Fun little game. Never thought about that. That's a good game to play. It's good anyway.
Sick. Bro, one time, Paris and I were at DCA, and she got a margarita. This before they turned it into San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
So she got a margarita. I didn't want anything. So we walk away from the booth, and then I think I sipped it. And then we walked all the way to Jumping Jellyfish, and we had the security guard stop us and say, "Could you show us how you got in this park?" I was like, "What? Can I see?" And he was like, "Can I see your ID?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I showed it to him. He's like, "Okay, you're good."
What the?
We saw that you didn't get carded at the margarita booth. I'm like, "Okay, buddy." Great
First
job,
off,
brother.
First off,
you got me.
that margarita stand and the jellyfish ride.
They're far.
That's a far walk. If
I
you
didn't
don't
see
know.
him around. I didn't know he was following us. It was weired. Paris is still mad about that to this day.
I would be mad too.
What the
She hasn't been back to that margarita. I don't even know if it's still there. Speaking of Paris, she wanted to ask a couple questions because she knew I was coming.
Oh, okay.
Shoot, we're getting interviewed. All right.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah.
Only 2 questions.
Okay.
How was Team Homewrecker?
What a deep cut. Oh my. THW, Team Homewrecker. That ended senior year.
It did?
And we started it in junior year.
Wait, of high school?
Of high school.
Oh, so it's been like 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So like
it's
we
over,
started
Paris.
That junior year.
It's over.
Yeah. That's been long gone.
Okay.
I know
He's still very sad about it, as you can tell.
I mean, it was a fun
hoodie,
experience.
low-key.
Yeah, it was a fun experience. Like, with the guy just hanging out, trying to make some stuff, like out of nothing.
Yeah.
And then I know it stopped after high school.
Okay.
At least THW.
Okay.
And then I know Kurt, shout out Kurt. He picked it up, put out some Record Co. And he put up some cool designs, but I think he stopped at like a little bit too.
Okay.
So
Deep cut.
deep cut. Wow.
Yeah, no, we
Bringing it back.
I feel like we talked about this with. I forget when we brought this up,
Probably
but yeah, we
Derek.
brought it up once, and yeah, no, it was just funny because I really had no. I had no stake in this. Like I was just around. And
Okay.
It was all them, and I was just like, all right, yeah, sure, like whatever you need.
Trying
me
to
do.
make a clothing brand, you know. You're
Literally, bro, I
aspiring.
was in the front on the phone. I was like, okay, babe, I'm gonna hang up because she just got off of work. She said, wait, ask them about this. I'm like, I'm not gonna ask them.
That's pretty funny.
I figure I would.
Yeah, no, that's pretty funny. Yeah.
Second question. It's not really a question. Well, I guess it is.
Yeah.
It was when your parents had the other house with the pool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you had a party. You were DJing. I think it may have been your birthday.
Okay.
And Paris and I were talking to you, and then you were like, I think you were telling us what you were doing for work.
Okay.
And the best that you could communicate to us was, I'm CBD. Bro, do you know how often that comes up as a joke between Paris and I?
Well, I'm glad that I could be an inside joke for you guys, but no
You
shit.
suck.
Were you off the CBD?
He's
Oh
off
no. I remember.
Off the diet weed?
No, yeah, I remember. I was working at
You're
a
funny,
vape
man.
company, and then they were trying to do some other stuff with some CBD, and
Okay.
like I know that was one of the things I was working at that time. Damn, how
Because I don't remember if you told
That's
us
so
like
funny.
what you actually meant, but I was like, what? That's funny, bro.
was I drunk already?
Maybe. You were having a good time. I think it was your
Oh,
birthday.
man.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like it
awesome.
has to be.
Yeah. That was the
Maybe,
only
yeah.
that was the only time I've ever been over your house, but that was cool.
Oh shit,
You're so funny, dude.
dude.
You're hilarious.
Make that the title.
Yeah. That's so funny because that's something you would say now too. Like you would still
I'm
say
CBD.
that.
And I don't think you meant to say it because I was looking at your face and you were struggling to get it out. Anyway,
Hold up.
that was funny. How was that though for working for that company?
Oh, it was cool. You know, like working for them was cool. The product, I mean, don't really use it anymore.
Yeah.
But working with the people there, I can't complain.
Gotcha.
It was a family like kind of
Mhm.
work environment.
That's dope.
So I liked it, but kind of glad I'm out of the space because I know there's a lot of stuff been going on with it.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to be a part of that.
Is it
anymore either.
like the business or? Because I figure like CBD is not as big as cannabis.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, CBD wise, that thing I think went on for maybe a year for the company. So I mean, they focus more on like vape product.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot of stuff going on right now. It's being regulated like hella and
Yeah.
But CBD wise, yeah, man, I don't know. I used to think that like I think it's like a what is it where you like you think it's doing something?
It's like
Placebo effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you'd be like, oh man, I take a drip of CBD. Ooh,
Yeah.
I feel a little loose. I feel a little good.
Yeah, bro.
but-
I think there was a time where my cousin was like selling CBD water. It was a long time ago before I even knew anything about it, and I chugged one. I think I didn't feel high, but I felt really physically relaxed.
yeah, yeah,
But it's nothing like weed, you know.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's funny.
Take
'cause-
out all the psychoactive.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Technically, I don't think they can take all of them out, but they market it as like because I think if it's under a certain percentage of THC, they could sell it. But if it's over, they have to sell it in a dispensary.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't really talk about it much, but last year I worked at a weed distribution company for like 5 months.
Oh,
Okay, hell yeah, fire.
That was interesting. It's you see so much stuff, man. It was like they were based out of, you know, where that fire happened on under the 10 freeway.
Yeah.
So they're right there.
Oh,
Okay,
shoot.
okay.
And they have pretty much like the whole state of California.
Oh, okay.
But that specific warehouse we would deliver from like Fresno all the way to the border. Like literally there's a street over from the border that I've been to. And if you miss the exit to go there, bro,
You're going to
you have to
Mexico.
go to Mexico.
Yeah.
And then you're in jail because you're bringing in weed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it happened to a coworker, but well, not a coworker. It was before I got there, but the dude missed the exit. There's 2 exits. And then the last The one before the last said, "This is the last one before the border. You're gonna go through Mexico, or go into Mexico." But that was interesting. I've seen so many different products, bro. It's crazy. Like, there's a freaking inhaler product that you know, take and you'll be sober.
Okay.
Like, completely sober. Like, the game is crazy.
Like, it's cocaine asthma? Like,
It's weird.
Okay.
It's
what
so
the
weird.
heck? Oh, shoot. I never heard about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of products. I really only got into that job because I was a trucker. I was driving semi trucks like the whole, like, I think half of 2021, like right after we got married, to like 2022, like December 2022.
I remember.
Yeah, so driving trucks is dangerous. I get too much anxiety.
I was about
Like,
to
I could
say,
do it, but it's
yeah.
like there's too much room for error. Like, yeah, it paid good, but I would always tell Paris, I'm like, bro, this is too stressful. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, tired, always tired. I feel like a vampire.
Well, how long were your drives usually? It's
Well,
like-
I was local, so I would go
Okay.
from like the Port of Long Beach to Paris, California. I think that's the furthest I've driven.
Okay.
But
okay.
yeah, man, it wasn't for me. The money was really good though.
Yeah.
But if you could pass up making some pretty good money, that says a lot about the job. You know what I mean?
I mean, it takes a toll on you.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
yeah.
there's definitely a certain type of person who
Who
really
can
be
do
a
it.
trucker. Yeah,
Yeah.
you really kind of just have to be dedicated to that. Like most, I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I would feel like you would have to like really be committed to being a trucker because you really don't have much else.
Right.
Like you can't have much other home life because
Yeah.
especially if you're doing like long distance. Like I gotta drive to New York tomorrow. And I'll be gone
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks, and
What
you're just
the
like, all right, like,
Yeah.
see ya.
Yeah, I would start at 5 p.m. and I would be done anywhere between like 1:30 a.m. to like 3:30.
sheesh.
Like, it's kind of long, but the part that took a toll on me was that I wasn't awake during normal human hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So,
Yeah, you're on like a weird nocturnal schedule. which-
yeah.
By the time, yeah. Oh man.
It was odd.
So you got your, what is that? The A license or?
Yeah, I got my CDL. I still have it.
Sheesh.
I just haven't renewed my, what is it? You have to take a physical.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
You got to be kind of fit. To,
Shoot,
like,
we should do
not fit, but you can't have like narcolepsy.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or like high blood pressure or something.
What vehicles like can you operate with that kind of license?
Low key, bro, I think I could drive a tank.
That's sick.
That's kinda
I think I
dope.
can.
That's kinda dope.
But like a tank, don't let the army hear that. I don't want to get
You can drive a
drafted. Only one eye works. Yeah, semi trucks, school buses, freaking city bus. Oh, any truck that uses air brakes. I think that's what it is.
Mm.
Because you have to like know how to test the air brakes. Yeah.
How'd you get into that?
My dad did it.
Oh, okay.
Or
okay.
does it currently, but what happened was during 2020 is when I graduated with my BA, right?
Mhm.
So I studied English, rhetoric, and composition, and all the jobs that were up on Indeed and all those different sites at the beginning of 2020, toward the end when I was about to graduate, they weren't there. So I'm like,
Oh.
well, what am I gonna do? So once I graduated, I started going to school over in Wilmington to get my Class A because I'm like, well, my pop showed me a paycheck one day. I'm like, bruh, you get this for driving? Sign me up. He was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. But what he said, well, what he initially had said made sense once I found out that it wasn't for me. He said, don't chase the money. I'm like, bro, I am broke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get married like next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Like, I need money. But yeah, I just went to school, and because the DMVs were closed at the time, so all the appointments that people had to go to the DMV to go take the test, it was backed up. So it took me like maybe 6 months to get the license, where normally it'd take you like 3 weeks.
Damn.
That's
Right.
a huge
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah,
What
so
the
That's
hell?
and it's just the regular DMV. You don't have to go like a special.
it's a commercial. It's a commercial DMV. It's in like It's in Gardena, I think.
Oh,
Like it's a
okay.
specific like
Yeah.
the parking lot is huge.
Yeah.
But you have to do certain parking maneuvers for the test, and then you have to drive on the street. And shifting gears in a freaking truck is crazy. Like I could drive manual. My first car was manual, but driving manual in a freaking 10-speed truck is like a trip. It's scary. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't for everybody.
Oh, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fucking do it.
But yeah, I got over that. Asked around. I was like, bro, I need to work somewhere else. Like this isn't cool. So I asked my homie that had told me like years ago, like, hey, I work at this company. I won't say the company's name, but I know you drive. You know, you want a job here? I'm like, I get paid way more than like what you would offer me with this position. So I think I'm gonna pass. But ended up coming in clutch because once I was looking for a new job, a position was open. Interviewed. I didn't really interview. The guy just told me like, "Hey, this is what we do." I'm like, "So do I have the job?" He's like, "Oh, you're good, bro. You know so and so. You're in." I'm like, "All right, cool." And I did that for 5 months. Met some really cool people. Smoked a lot of weed, unfortunately, because I'm Christian, right? It sounds crazy to say I smoked weed and I delivered it while I'm delivered. But I was really using it because, like, I kind of have a hard time focusing on stuff. Like, y'all smoke. You don't have to say if you smoke weed before, but weed helps you focus.
I smoke crack, dog.
Be on a different level, right there.
Don't even worry. I'll say whatever the fuck I want.
It helped me focus. Low key, that's how I got really good at photography. When I first started shooting, I was high every day, bro. Like when I really started to hone the craft, I was blazing it all day. If I wasn't at work, I was high shooting. Anyway, it helped me focus. But like the whole time, I felt really like convicted to stop smoking, even though I didn't want to. And it got to the point where I was like, damn, I can't be here, bro. If I keep working here, I'm not gonna quit smoking. And then I had wrote down like a 5-year plan, like just thinking one day. I was like, all right, bro, I can't be here forever. So one of the things that I wrote down in the notebook was like, should I leave this company? ? I'm like, I don't know. Like it pays the bills. And we had just moved out to Anaheim at the time. And I got laid off. That was crazy. So I'm like, oh, he answered. I didn't have to do anything.
Everything happened for a reason, right?
Right, man. It's a trip. It's really crazy how he works.
We should get you on a driving schedule.
A driving schedule?
Yeah. Just see what you could do.
Nah, I'm good. Have you seen how I drive already? No, I don't think you want me driving a big.
You can't
rig.
drive?
No, I could drive, but
okay.
I drive a little reckless sometimes. Like,
don't get a Class A, please.
yeah, no, definitely not, dude.
Those are the people that we need driving.
Yeah, no. You're gonna see me going down 4 different lanes in a big rig to go across. Nah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The dude that trained me, like the first really far trip that we took to like Fontana one night, I think he was getting like kind of senile. Like he didn't really remember where he was going. I didn't know where I was going. So luckily we didn't have a container on us, but he's like, oh wait, this is the exit. Cause I'm on the phone with him. I don't know where he's going. He crossed over 4 lanes to get to the exit. I'm like, I'm not following you, dog. Yeah. Send me the address.
Yeah.
Yeah, some crazy dudes out there, man. They drive reckless. You think they would be really careful, but they're not.
No, I've seen some people on the freeway driving like, I'm like,
yeah.
How are you driving this? Like, this is not safe, man.
I don't know, bro.
A lot of them, aren't you like timed on it too? Like if you don't get there, like
I didn't care. I was safe.
Yeah, no, I
you
feel
feel
like that's what they do. But I know like if you,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people who are like, yo, if you don't get here by this time, like.
Oh, to like pick up the delivery?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant like a quota that you had to meet, because they have that too, where you gotta
Oh really?
you gotta move a certain amount of cargo in a shift, which
shoot.
I didn't like, because that means I gotta drive faster.
Yeah.
And like cut people off.
Yeah.
Cut
It
cut
puts
lines.
more pressure on you.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be safe. I'm not gonna cut people in line inside the port. Like that's how fights start. I'm like, it's cool. So I left that, man. But now we're here.
Yeah.
I'm on the Too Good For You podcast.
That's right.
And yeah, I mean, as long as as long as you're happy, again, like I said, you're safe and you're happy. Like that's really. If you weren't happy or safe, then yeah, those aren't the best early signs of a job that you want to be in for
Keep
so
it in,
long.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
But
You still putting up solar panels for Tesla?
nah, dude, fuck them.
It's been a minute, huh?
Yeah, fuck them.
He is not a Tesla fan at all.
Yeah, nah.
He ain't gotta.
We don't. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, he'll
What happened? Because you lived in Oregon, didn't you?
I was in Oregon for a year. No, it was cool. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't know. Maybe I signed something, but at this point, I mean, I don't know. But it's just really kind of, it's very amateur. At least where we were, it's super amateur.
Mm-hmm.
From my understanding, because I still have friends that live up there who've lived up there. Everyone that I'm aware of that was working there when I was working there is gone. And yeah, I don't know how it's still doing up there, but as far as I know, everyone that worked for them is gone. I was part of the first migration that went out or that quit, and then a lot of people started following shortly after, but essentially, from my understanding, a lot of, at least with the solar panels itself, like they just started contracting that out to actual like other solar companies. So now, like, say you call like Vivint or any other like solar company,
Yeah.
they could offer you Tesla solar power.
Oh, interesting.
So instead of like, I don't know what they realized or what, but yeah, I mean, doing it in-house, that was just a shit show. At least for what we were doing, because we weren't even doing the panels. We were doing the solar roofs.
Yeah.
Which is a whole different...
I've seen them. My neighbor, when I lived with my parents, they got one.
Yeah.
It looks crazy. Not crazy.
It
just looks
crazy.
like a roof.
Yeah, it looks awesome when it's done.
But when they were making it, I'm like, bro,
you're doing it, that shit is...
Yeah. It's like framed.
Yeah.
It's like a frame on top of the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you see that, right? And you see it in where we're at here, Long Beach. The planes on roofs are really easy out here.
Yeah.
So we have rain, and that's about, 2 months out of the year?
Right.
Other than that, it's like you don't have to do that. In Oregon, you got rain, snow, all that shit. So everyone's roofs are like this. You got them motherfuckers looking like...
steep.
You got motherfuckers looking steep. So imagine out here, like, obviously for most of us, I mean, I don't know. For me personally, I used to go up on my roof just willy-nilly.
Yeah, just because.
And just be walking around
it's
up
fun.
there. Like my dad be like, hey, help me.
The Lakewood roofs are really normal.
Yeah, you just be walking around with nothing on. Like, I don't give a shit out there. If you, bro, motherfucker, you are here, hook, line, and sinker. You got the fucking whole shoot on with the emergency pack on your back type shit. Like, 'cause if you falling off that shit, and the thing is, too, a lot of the houses, they're not, like, just single story, like, shits. A lot of them are, like, 2-story big houses, and then you're playing. So we're using, like, 30-foot ladders just to get onto the roof.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to the top of the roof and shit. And again, you're working on, like, steep-ass angles. It's raining on you.
No thanks.
And you're just up there, and yeah, and you're working with glass. And that's the thing, too, is that everything is...
They're made of glass?
The solar panels are made of glass. So, and the thing is that you have to start from the bottom. So the longer the job goes on, you're not walking on the roof anymore. You're just walking on glass. So you're walking on glass.
That seems really counterproductive.
Yeah. So it was and then the management was just a piece of shit. But yeah, it was just a dangerous job, and I was like, I don't. Like we said, I don't see myself doing this forever. 2 of my buddies got hurt. I slipped, and I was just like...
That's all I needed.
Yeah, and I was just like, you know what? I don't think this is for me. And then on top of the management just being a piece of shit, a lot of us just are like, yo, like, we got to get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, at least, like, a group of us, at least, like, 5-6 of us, like, all left kind of around the same time. A couple of them actually still do it, but they, like I said, they work for a different company, and they just do, like, just the actual solar panels, which is a lot easier and a lot safer because you're still able to walk on the roof and just install the panels.
Yeah.
But, yeah, as far as I know, I don't really know anyone who's still doing the whole roof shebang because... Yeah, and again, like, bro,
I'm glad you're
you've known me for a while.
Yeah.
And for most people who don't know me, guess what? Have no inkling on roofing ever. I barely know how to use regular power tools as it is.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you can go ahead and start doing this.
Low key, I was surprised when you say you were going to Oregon to go work for I didn't know it was for the panels, but you said Tesla. I'm like, bro, that's fire. And then you told me later panels. I'm like,
if it was for Tesla, it'd been cool. But yeah, no, this was for Tesla, but it was for their solar division.
Yeah, it low key seemed like a hustle too to sell solar panels in Oregon because it's like always cloudy.
Yeah, honestly.
But yeah, no, yeah, and it was just very. That's what the job was. You show up and we're just like, and everyone like again. I went up with my buddy. We both got up together. A big fat 0 on our experience chart. Yeah. Everyone we met, all our friends that we're still friends with now, you done this shit before? Nope. You done this shit before? Nope. You done this shit before? Nope. All right, boys.
All right, brother.
Get up there.
You're going to learn today.
Just shooting fucking nails in people's roofs and shit. I wouldn't be surprised if these fucking sorry. I wouldn't be surprised if these houses in 5-10 years just crash. We after we fuck these things up. Oh my god. It is not. Yeah, if you're gonna get any roof work done, make sure you get it from a reputable company. Just because it's Tesla does not mean it's reputable. I'll just tell you that.
But there's a lot of people don't know that though. Like they're like they think of Tesla. They're like, oh, that's a good brand.
Exactly. That's the reason why I went into it. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, obviously, if they said they're gonna teach us, they must have something to do because it's a brand that everyone knows. So you want it to be a good product. What the fuck? I was so wrong. I didn't learn shit. I mean, I could still probably do it now, but still, I was like, dude, like, this is not what you want. Like, the experience level, this is not the experience level you want from a company who's being like, yeah, this is not your solar, like I said, this is not your solar panel where you just go onto the roof and just install the panels. Like, no, they take everything off of your roof to where it's just the underlayment.
Really?
And then you put everything, then you put the glass panels on. So that's what it is. So the entire roof is gone.
So it's just like wood up there. It's not like the shingles and all. Well, I don't know
shingles are gone. Nope. Yep. It's just the wood. Then you have the underlayment, which is pretty much like your it's like your I don't know what to compare it to, but it's essentially like a. It's almost like a carpet with like not tar, but almost like tar kind of stuff. Like
that's
like
stuff.
They help
watch out,
it's
Black History Month, man. Watch out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Careful.
It's
we love black people
on regular roofs, anyways. Even if you have like shingles, Spanish style housing, or whatever your roof is, like you just have underlayment, but it's just what helps prevent leakage and shit. So that's all it is. And then we have to put these things on, but it's not like, as far as I know, this shows you how much about roofing I know. I don't even know how how you do regular roofing.
Me either.
So for us, like we're like I said, we're shooting fucking like nails into the roof every like couple inches just because we have to put these like feet in, then we're slamming the fucking panels on and just like.
How long was the training process?
3 days.
How they gonna get you on the roof in 3 days?
brother, that's what I'm saying.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
They must have gave a really good discount for the people who was getting these roofs or something.
These motherfuckers an arm and a leg.
Was the pay good?
I get paid more now, and I'm not on the roof.
Man, that is nuts. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was 3 days of training, and then they were like, okay, your first house starts next week.
That's
what I'm saying. We get to the job site, and this was like again our first time kind of like meeting everyone, and we're just standing there looking up at this house like, you guys ever done this shit before? And everyone's like, nope, and we're like, fuck. There was one part. It wasn't even on the roof. Like it was on like they had like a side roof kind of thing. So it was like they had, again, this was a 2-story house, so the main roof is like up, but then they had like this
it's like a tiny strip of roof.
Yeah, that's like maybe like 6 feet off the ground, so everyone is like there. It's probably, bro, it's not even like it's probably like 4 feet by 4 feet. Like it's a tiny little square.
Oh wow.
a fucking week, all of us are huddled around this one piece, just trying to figure out how to get this fucking thing on. Dude,
That's what they trained you for, bro.
this house took us a fucking like a month and a half to get done. The projected estimated time for all these houses was supposed to be 2 weeks. It took us like.
Well, I mean, they only gave you 3 days to learn everything. Like,
Yeah, bro.
I mean, that's on them, you know.
So, it was a shit show, but yeah, no, made some great friends out there.
That's cool.
That's real trauma bonding, you know. Like,
Yeah.
When you trauma bond in school, like that's how you make a lot of friends.
Yeah.
How obviously we know a lot of people is because school is school and you trauma bond there. But no, this job was probably the worst trauma I've ever experienced. But all the people I met through that was like. We're like blood brothers because
like
of
in a
that
fraternity.
shit. Yeah, it's straight. Just we're all in this together because we all really risked our lives for this bullshit ass company. Like,
Shout out to Elon, man.
Yeah,
He said he don't want your advertising.
yeah.
Shoot, he changed the freaking name from Twitter to X. Like this doesn't
So
sound
dumb.
as like cool.
Yeah,
So
shit's trash, man. He's an idiot.
I think he's like secretly like evil.
He's just really.
He's a little too rich.
He's just
and
really
a little
high.
too smart.
From what I heard, he's a complete drug addict. Like he's straight up like on ketamine like all the time.
Oh,
like,
man.
like, he's just really high all the time.
Mm.
So I think he's just so rich
And
he
really
doesn't know
pale.
what to do.
He's really pale too. You ever see him with a shirt off
Yeah, that's my favorite photo.
on the yacht, right?
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
box body and
When you look
everything.
at-
Yeah.
Where he looks like the Cybertruck.
That's probably where the design's based off on. Bro, did you see that?
Fun
actually,
fact: that's the only Tesla design he's actually come up with.
Which
the
one?
The
Cybertruck.
Cybertruck.
Do you see that they're rusting already,
Yeah.
dude?
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, they look pretty sick.
The regular cars were designed by someone else, and they look like real cars. But then you have the Cybertruck, and he's trying to be like, I'm gonna make this car, and that's the only car design he's come up with is the Cybertruck.
That makes sense why it looks so different from the other models.
Yeah.
That makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Shout out to Elon, man.
Yeah, he's a interesting character, man.
Yeah, he is. What you do for work, bro?
Right now I'm in marketing advertising, so I'm at an agency right now.
Dude.
Shit. Oh, it's funny. No, Tiff used to work at a roofing company, so she would tell me all this
She
stuff.
did?
Yeah, so she used to tell me all this stuff and like the stories that goes on there, and like I'm surprised that they made you go out in the rain though, like that. They don't even let them do it here, like.
And you would think they wouldn't because it's electrical.
Yeah, but it's not. Especially for that, it's not turned on.
Oh. Okay.
'cause
Well, yeah.
It has to get. You have to finish putting it in first before they turn it on.
Facts.
I'm just thinking more of that slope that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
stories and you're
Yeah.
in rain.
It's
like,
the slope and glass,
And
which
it's
is the
way
problem.
less like traction than
Yeah.
the actual roof.
100%.
Yeah, because you have no shingles on there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, especially
yeah.
once you're coming near the end of the job, like I said, and all you have to do is just walk up glass because there's 40 feet of just stuff we have to finish, and then you're just walking up glass. But I mean, yeah, you learn like crazy techniques on how to get up there. But yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not
Shoot.
safe.
Marketing, huh? You studied like PR or something in
Yeah,
college, huh?
so I graduated in PR,
yeah.
but stuck with marketing a little bit more because of my last job at the vape
Yeah.
company,
Okay.
and then found this one agency. Now I'm doing social media for like different clients and stuff,
Oh,
doing their
sick.
strategy and all that. So it's pretty fun.
That's
it's,
dope.
It's interesting. It's a different pace for
Mhm.
sure.
Quicker, like faster.
Not lately. It's been slower a little bit, but it's been fun. It's been a learning experience for sure though, because
That's
it's
good.
you're working with different brands, different clients, right?
Yeah.
And each client has their own thing,
Yeah.
so you have to kind of like get in their mindset. It's like I don't work for them though, like you know.
No,
so-
I get you. Yeah. Since I went into business for myself as a photographer, I think the hardest part is marketing.
Oh, mhm.
It's so hard. I got to compete with these white girls that are good at like coming up with catchy videos.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro. It's the marketing part. Like, is the part that I low key didn't know I was signing up for. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take photos.
Mhm.
I get to post them, and then people see them, and then they'll want to hire me. Nope.
You gotta
That's
build
not
that
it.
content that drives them.
Yeah, it's like you gotta make content and all these other things that I'm low key too shy to do. It's like I don't want to be on camera. Surprise.
We were just talking about that earlier too. Like, cause like I told myself like, man, I'm gonna try doing some content making like and stuff. Like, so I tried doing a video. It takes like 45 minutes. It took me 45 minutes just to do it. And I'm like, I hate this, man.
Like a reel?
Yeah, just a reel. And I'm all
Yeah.
like, this is only like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. It's taking
tough.
too much time to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hate this. I hate content creation.
But I think the more you do it, I think probably the easier to get.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, my dad, I don't know. Oh, I don't think you follow him, but my
Him
dad.
too?
Oh, shout out my dad, man.
He's a pro?
This
That
man,
guy's so funny.
this
Dude.
man will make a
He's
video
awesome.
at the same party you're at and post it literally the same, like at the same time.
He's fast.
He's fast with it. And he just like, I don't know what he uses. I don't know if it's CapCut or what, but this man is like, do.
He's
Yeah.
good.
He's been doing it. Like, all his
Shoot.
posts now are just videos of what his
That's
life.
dope.
So I'm like, hey, that's cool.
Fast fire. Damn. You still shoot?
Here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking, before recording, about just kind of like what new crisis I'm going through now that I'm turning 28, and I'm like, dude, my life needs to change. Like, I got to do something. Like, I figure something out, type shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like I mean, like I still do, but not even like the same way that I used to. Like you said, like originally, like I kind of had like an artistic kind of vision for it, like just as like a primary, like as an artist, never as like I'm doing this as a job. Like no, like I want to do this as an artist. So I did that, and like that was cool. That's what I was like when we used to go out and do. Like I wasn't even worried about it as a business.
Right,
Like,
it was just fun.
It was all just straight art.
Yeah.
And then yeah, now like I kind of just really don't do it that much anymore because I don't really know what the purpose of it would be for.
Yeah.
Like if it's it's not for business, and even then it's like for the art, like you said, like if I'm making art, how do I have people see it? Like I have to like market it somehow to like make it work, and I'm like, I just don't have
Takes a lot of
the
time.
energy or time to do that shit anymore. Like,
And just posting on Instagram, it's not really that fun.
yeah. So that it's not, and I pretty much have just come to a conclusion to where it's like I'm just kind of over it personally. I'm just kind of, over the whole kind of like, I know we said this so many times on this podcast, but
One more time.
it's it's like I'm just tired of, being on Instagram and treating the Instagram as like a business. Like
Yeah.
we always said, like we used like when we first got Instagram, it was just bullshit. We were
It was
just
so
posting.
fun.
Like,
Yeah,
everyone,
I
like,
posted
we
Arizona
just
can.
doing
I said,
whatever.
this is the best.
Exactly.
Like you were just
My Panda Express after school.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you were just posting it like just to like show, and like now like everyone has access to like, oh, do you want to be a business? Do you want to be a professional? Like, do you want to be like, how are we gonna market this? You now have access to marketing tools. Like, if you do this, like you can get monetization. If you do this. I'm like, dude, like I'm just a person. Like I'm not a brand. Like I can't keep pretending or lying to myself that that Tyson is a brand. Like, dude, no, I'm just a person. So like,
I completely get it, bro.
I need to just like get off of it like that. Like I'm just gonna be like, yeah, like this is what I feel like posting today. Or if I don't feel like posting for 8 months, I'm not gonna post for 8 months. Like it's just like I don't need to like adhere to like a posting schedule, because if you post, the algorithm
It's
is gonna
so
like it and
tough,
all that shit.
bro.
It's like, bro, like no, like I'm not a robot. If I want to post something today, whether it's a piece of my shit in the toilet, like I'm gonna post it. I don't know why I want to post it, but hey, I feel like posting this.
I
today.
got a homie whose first post was that on Instagram.
Right,
Sick.
and that's what I'm saying. And that's what
It looked
used
like
to be.
chili.
Fire,
If you watch it, you know who you are.
Oh, how
I
far
wonder if
we have
it's.
come.
I wonder if it's still up. Oh no, he made a new Instagram. Never mind. It's not up.
Oh, how
Um,
far we have come as a society. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, like it used to just be like for shits and gigs.
Yeah.
Well, shits and gigs.
Uh,
But yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, man, like, yeah, if I shoot and I feel like posting it, I'll post
Yeah.
it. But like at this point, like I don't even know what I would be shooting for. Like if I'm shooting for me, like might not even post it. Like I just
you might just keep it on
I
your
just have
computer or
it,
print it or
but
something.
like I don't know what to do any of that stuff for anymore.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
You shoot?
I stopped too. Actually, I used
Okay.
to shoot when he was shooting. Actually, I kind of got into it because he was going out so
roped
much.
everyone in.
Yeah, he was kind of shooting so much, and he's like, it looked fun, you know. And I'm like, I want to go out, you know. I want
Yeah.
to kind of explore. So took out the Canon Rebel, took my sister's Rebel from, and started
That was my
shooting.
first camera.
Yeah.
Rebel T3, I think.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Or T3i. I
Yeah,
think.
T3I was
Yeah.
like the one just above it.
Yep.
Yep.
So I got that one, or my sister had that one. I was like, "You using it? Can I borrow
Right,
it?"
yeah. I mean, it's
right?
there. May as well.
So started shooting, and then I was like, "Oh, this is kind of fun. I like it a lot." You know, like I was really into it, and then I was like, "Oh, let me upgrade a little bit." So I got the A7 II,
Oh, sick.
and then I was shooting. I was like, "Oh, this is amazing."
That's a huge upgrade.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, I could see
That's a
I could
huge
see how it's
upgrade.
gonna come out with all my settings before, like, but then life just got busy,
Yeah.
and then I kind of stopped, and then I kind of lost the passion for it, and I
Yeah.
tried bringing it back, but I was like, it's not fun for me anymore.
I get
know?
it.
Like I'd rather do something else, and
Yeah. It's like you see the same thing over and over again. Like especially with like wedding photography, everybody uses the same colors, the same
it's what is it
like
that?
vintage
Yeah.
look,
Either vintage or black and white.
black and white. Like it's saturated, but at the same time, if that's what people wanted, that's what's gonna get you paid. Like why
Yeah.
wouldn't you use that
Yeah,
style?
exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But
I think that's one of the reasons too, kind of like one of the reasons why I've kind of stopped doing a lot of things, like especially when it comes to like DJing or like photography or really anything.
That's why you did DJ, damn. I
Like
forgot.
really anything that like I did creatively. Like once I started getting into the mindset of like, oh, like now I have to do this like the way that everyone's gonna like want it or enjoy it to like make monetary like value out of it. That's when I was like, dude, I don't know if I can do this shit anymore. Like once I
Yeah.
start fighting other DJs for spots and like playing like like the same 20 songs just because everyone wanted to hear it, it's like, dude, like this isn't what I want. Like I want to play the shit that I want to play, or I want to take the type of photos that I want to take. And it's like,
I
but
get you.
you're not going to be able to sell your services as a DJ or photographer if you take wild shit or play the most obscure music. Like you have
save
to
it for
like,
boiler room. Don't play it at the wedding.
yeah, but it's like how else am I gonna get there? Like especially saying if I have to do this as a job, like then I have to like succumb myself to playing the bullshit forever and ever, and it's like I just got tired of it. I'm like, I can't do it like that anymore. Like
You gotta play "Yeah" by Usher.
uh,
You gotta play what's that song by Lil Jon, Shots or whatever it's called. You gotta play that.
yeah,
White people love that song.
love music, man.
Man, DJing is cool though, man.
DJing is cool.
You could really like control a room. I think the first person I started paying attention to that like did DJ differently was Virgil. Like for real. Cause like how are you so good in so many different disciplines?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. No, yeah, Virgil really did shit, like unspeakable amount of, just work and
In such a short amount of time.
yeah, and just like for me that's what I really took out of him was the ability that he had to just be like, okay, like he had that idea, like you said, like that. I think he was also the first person I saw where he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do it this way because I want to do it this way."
Right.
Like when I forget when he did it, but like he dropped like a DJ mix that was just like all jazz.
Yeah.
But before like YouTube like had like those 1 hour jazz mix to like suck your toes to, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess I'll listen to this. But like he dropped like as a real thing. Like he did that. And like, other than that, like if you go, oh, Virgil's playing, like he's gonna play like Playboy Cardi, he's gonna play Kanye West, and he's gonna
Like
do it.
everybody
But then,
can do that.
But then like he's like, no, I'm gonna like I did a full like jazz set, and I was like, you can do
Bro,
that, like
bro.
what, bro? Like
When he DJ'd before, it was a Travis show. I think it's like, I forgot what the venue was, somewhere in New York, but he blended So What by Miles Davis with T-Shirt by Migos. it blew my mind, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm like, I love both of these songs. They're at the same tempo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's, it's difficult because when you are an artist or trying to be an artist, you're obviously pushed in a certain direction, like we've said, to like follow the mold of what's gonna get you noticed, or like, oh, like, hey, like I do photography this way. It's like, okay, like I'm familiar with that.
Like, do you think Basquiat did what he did to make money? No.
I mean,
I don't think he did. I think like he just was on one.
Yeah.
And just start painting. You feel me?
I mean, he wanted to be famous because, I mean, obviously he was poor. Like, he grew up super poor. So he was like, I want to like have some sort of fame. So like he did it. But yeah, no, but like, that was he wasn't following like
you didn't see him copy Andy.
And that's the thing too. I feel like between like the 60s and the 80s, maybe into the 90s, maybe. But most of the 60s and the 80s was really the biggest time where you were able to like express yourself differently, and people would notice that you were different and be like, I like that. But like now I feel like it's so like, if you try to do something different, everyone just like overlooks it because like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, I'm gonna go look at this because I'm so familiar with what this looks like or what this sounds like. I'm gonna go hang out in the comfortable zone. This shit freaks me out over here. Y'all doing some weird shit. Like, I don't fuck with y'all over here. Yeah. But it's like, but then like I can't, like, how are you supposed to like grow as an artist when you're never appreciated for? They always tell you in like art class or whatever, it's like you gotta think outside the box. Bitch, I'm not thinking even in a box.
Thinking outside the box is thinking in the box. Everybody's thinking outside the box.
Yeah, and it's like, how can I differentiate myself?
Forget the box.
Like,
just think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah, business is good for you? I hope.
Yeah, man, it's tough, bro. Like, I had a lot of holiday shoots at the end of last year, and once the new year came, bro, bone dry.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, all right, what's the next thing? You gotta always figure out what's the next thing. And even just going from like the comfortability of like getting a paycheck every 2 weeks to like I have to go get it is something that you have to grow into as well.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm like, well, I think maybe the next thing is like freaking graduations. Like I have a couple of graduation shoots possibly. I had oh bro, the worst thing is when somebody cancel. I had this girl who booked. I think she stayed booked for like maybe a month. It was a referral too. It was through a friend who I did his grad shoot with. And then she just hit me up out of nowhere. It's like, hey, I actually am gonna go with a different photographer. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, it is what it is. She can go somewhere else if she wants to.
Yeah.
But I think I like asked her. I was like, I'm not trying to win you back. I just want to know what led to the decision. So it was like I think she wanted studio headshots, and she wanted shots on campus as well, like in the same day. So I got to book the studio, I got to set up the equipment, which is something that's pretty new to me. So it's low key a lot of work for me.
Oh yeah.
So, I got one set price for a studio shoot, and then I have another set price for like an on location shoot. And I think the price was too high for her, and she probably wanted like a hybrid. So in hindsight, I should have worked with her, but at the time I was like, bro, I gotta pay these bills. Like, I'm not supposed to give you a discount.
Yeah.
No.
But understandable, I get it. I'm pretty sure her pictures will come out solid. But yeah, it's a whole different world, bro.
That's one
It's a
thing.
trip.
It sure is, man. It
Yeah.
sure is. What's your gear looking like these days?
Shooting on a Fujifilm X-T5.
This is the guy who put me on the Fujifilm.
Oh, really?
It's fun. I did. What did you end up buying something?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, I don't remember.
It's
exactly
fun,
what
bro.
model, but yeah, no, I remember I was talking to you about it, and yeah, you were like, God, dude, this shit's great, and I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
At the time, like I said, I was just buying fucking cameras left and right.
I think you
and
had
over and under.
you had an X100 something. I think you had one of those.
F maybe.
That's what it was. Yeah, because I kind of remember you having the point and shoot. But I've shot on Canon. I've shot on Sony. I've shot on Fuji. Freaking Nikon film cameras, Minoltas.
Yep.
Whatever works.
I pretty much have touched every mainstream camera. I started off with a Nikon, moved to Canon. You put me on the Fuji film.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think I got a Sony.
Yeah.
After the Canon, then you put me on the Fuji film. Then I got rid of the Fuji film. Now I just have the Sony, and then I went through every fucking film camera that I could.
It's fun, bro. It's fun trying out like new gear.
Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's like finding that new workout.
Yeah.
You get excited, man. Shoot. When you gonna go pro? Wait, do you lift too?
Oh, lift for fun.
There you
lift
go.
for my health.
When y'all going pro?
Oh, I'll be in the stands watching him.
All right.
I'll support him for sure, but not me. Yeah, not me.
I'm good, man.
You had old boy on. What's his name?
Tyler.
Dude is the biggest basketball player I've ever seen. I think after he was on here, I've never heard of him. I followed him, and I see his stories. Dude playing basketball, dunking on people.
Yeah,
Shoulders looking like Dwight Howard. Like,
he started as a hooper, right?
yeah, he played sports.
Yeah.
He did?
College,
Oh,
he played
okay.
college basketball and football, or just basketball. I forget. But yeah, he was an athlete.
yeah, he's huge.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know, man. think same situation. Like I just want to be normal for a while.
We gotta run
man.
a cycle, bro. We gotta get on some roids.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's that easy.
why not?
It's so expensive. I already looked
I'll
into
watch
it.
y'all.
Yeah. Oh, for real? Oh, okay.
I went through a company, got my blood work done, did all this shit, got the numbers back. It's expensive.
Damn, for real?
Yeah. It's not easy.
I guess like the concept of steroids never like made sense to me. Like how you get them. I just thought you went and bought them from somebody.
over the counter kind of
Not
thing.
over the counter, but like, oh, I know a guy.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Paul in the back of the gym.
Right.
He's got him. He'll give him to you for like $80 a pop. But
So you have to professionally like buy them?
if you want to survive, yeah.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I want to look like what's that dude's name that turned out to not be Natty? What's his name?
The
Liver King. I want to look like him.
Yeah, yeah. That's everything like that. If you look at any professional, except Tyler, shout outs to you, Lifetime Natty. But any other like major professional or anything like that, anyone who like is selling most shit usually is on steroids, right? And for the most part, like I said, it's an expensive thing to get into, only because like if you want to do it right and have a chance of survival, like you need to like
Wow.
have consistent like doctor mediation for
Yeah.
it. So you have to get the initial blood work done to see where your levels are at originally. Then they're gonna prescribe you X amount of stuff to take. And then you start taking that, but then you got to pay for that. Then you go back in for another assessment. And you just keep doing assessments and
That's
they keep
work, bro.
adjusting the dosages, and you keep doing all this shit. So it's like 3 months dosages for the most part. From what my experience was, that they were doing 3 months, and then every 3 months you would just keep going back and forth, and like just changing shit up.
Wow.
But it was about for me, the numbers that I got that I was looking into was probably around like $4,000. Every 3 months.
Whoa.
So
Wow.
I was like,
That's way off from what I was thinking.
but then again, you could.
200.
But then,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
But then again,
'Cause
like
I really don't know.
Because then you probably could do Paul's secret stuff at the gym
Sign me up, Paul.
for 200. But at that point, you don't know. You
But
don't know.
yeah, it's not
exactly.
made for
You're
your
just like,
body.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
just like I don't know.
It's
I'll
made
just
for
do
horses.
It's for him. You
it.
know.
For him, it's just like I'll just do it.
I just made it in my bathtub.
Yeah. You're like, I guess I'll do the full syringe because like I don't know, like I want to get.
Oh, that sounds so
tomorrow.
scary. Heck
That's what
no.
I'm saying. So it's like if you are gonna do it like that, like yeah, sure, you'll fucking blow up and you'll be the roid man of the century.
Woo, your heart's gonna
But
explode.
you're probably gonna live for another like 6 weeks.
Oh shoot.
That's the problem. It's like if you really want to like get into it and like have a chance of like longevity, like you need to do it professionally.
Right.
And, like anything that comes with such a high medical grade like that, it just wasn't worth it.
Have you heard of Rich Piana?
Yeah.
He was a lifter. I think he was on roids for like 20 years, and he died.
Yeah, I mean, look at like Ronnie Coleman.
Was he on roids,
brother? Yeah.
So you can't get that big naturally.
Unless you, nah, man. I mean, not that
Wow.
I mean,
I'm so naive.
You can look like, I mean, so like Tyler's a perfect example.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime natty. You can reach a certain limit as a natural bodybuilder. He's probably as close to, maybe he can probably go a little bit farther, but he's probably at the peak of like natural physique that you can get. Anyone else that's like bigger than him and like more fuller rounded and everything like that, for the most part, yeah, you're probably on a small cycle.
Wow.
I mean, it's probably maybe not the, full like Arnold Schwarzenegger size big.
Yeah.
But you can still fill out a little bit. Like I said, like I could take what they were offering me wasn't for me to look like Ronnie Coleman. It was just enough.
That would have been 8,000.
Yeah, it was enough. It's just enough to boost what you have now to get you to still look. And that's what, and that's where a lot of the misconception. What I was saying, like when it comes to like people that would like sell things, like you have these influencers again who are just like, oh yeah, as long as you just take this,
you can look like me
and do all this other shit. It's like, yeah, you can. Yeah, so people are gonna buy all your shit, and then you just take that money, then you go but get your low dosage of steroids, so you can still maintain. Oh yeah, I don't take steroids, but I have the cleanest body, 6-pack, full muscle definition. But all I do is just take these 2 supplements, and I'm like, yeah, this is all I do. It's like, no, you're, for the most part, you probably take a small amount.
Dang, I was giving people so much credit. How naive of me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, it's really once I started like getting into it and like learning a lot more about it. I mean, again, like there is a limit that you can get natural and still have a fantastic body. But if you want to like be on the Mr. Olympia stage or anything like that, like you're really not gonna get too far as a natural. All those people obviously have really good genetics to start with. Like I'm saying, if you would take Tyler. Sorry to keep picking on you, bud. But if we take him and we put him like on a stack, monitored everything, he could probably have like Ronnie Coleman, Arnold Schwarzenegger for size, mass, physique. But
Interesting. Is he local?
I
have to go check him
out.
But yeah. I like to shoot fitness. That's like a new thing. Yeah, it's fun. I don't have to think too much. It's right there.
Everyone's doing
you know what I'm saying?
Thing,
Yeah, I shoot at a gym. My friend's gym from church, Interval. It's over on Lincoln and Euclid. It's like a CrossFit gym.
Okay.
It's pretty dope. I did one class. Brother. I got wrecked.
Not for me, man.
Man.
Not for me.
I keep to this day having like people from church asking, hey, when are you coming back? Do another class? I'm like, yeah, just give me some time.
I'll come back to shoot, but I'm
give me some time. Even the pastor goes, he's like, hey, when are you coming back? I'm like, yeah, I had bruised collarbones from that class. Because that was my first time like snatching, or is this a clean? Whatever this is, when you catch the bar.
I think that's snatch.
Clean is when you push
up.
Well, I caught the freaking bar. I don't have much wrist mobility, so my collarbone caught the freaking bar. So I went home to go shower. I'm like, oh shoot, that's why this hurts. Yeah. So more power to them, but a lot of people they compete at that gym, so it's like top notch. It's pretty dope.
Nice.
So if y'all ever want a good like a CrossFit gym,
I know. I already knew you're gonna look at me, bro.
No, it's super dope. The dude JB is chill. It's pretty dope. I like it.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll probably hit it up.
Don't you do grit, bro?
I do grit. I do berries. I do regular gym.
You can do
I
it
do
then.
CrossFit. Like
you can do it.
I'm trying to get into different things. I was supposed to do a competition, a CrossFit competition.
Yeah. What happened?
In April, but we missed the deadline.
Oh.
I mean, everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah. Maybe you would have pulled something.
No. Okay. So rewind it back a little bit. So I think was it December, right, or November? I can't remember. But I was supposed to do a CrossFit competition. But I only started training for it maybe like a month before. Oh. But like I work out like 5 times a week, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, I could do this stuff. But it's different workout. Like it's completely different. You know? And then he's all like, you're gonna hurt yourself, man. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Like, this is not the smartest idea. And I'm like, nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Please don't tell me you hurt yourself.
No. And then, like I said, everything happens for a reason. The event actually got canceled.
Oh.
So we never competed. So I was training like for that month, and I was already like, fuck, this is tiring. I'm like, I'm dead, you know, like. And then got canceled, and I was like, I told him, he's like, good, like, good.
What were you doing to train?
So this one, it had different
bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, had a lot of different workouts. So like, I think there's like 3 phases of the competition. It was a 3-man team. The first phase was like a rotating bar thing. So like one person's on the ski ERG thing, whatever it's called, and then the other 2 are like doing squats or like a certain amount of squats in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And then it jumps over, and then it's like, now you got to do the cleans.
Yeah.
And you got to press it, and then you got to squat it, and then you got to press it up again, and then you got to drop it, and you got to do that. And then
it ain't easy.
Oh no, it's definitely not.
It's hard to do it with a kettlebell. I could barely even do it with a barbell.
Yeah, and then they had the kettlebell swings too, and I'm all like, fuck, man. Like, and this is all in a span of, I think, 10 minutes in like per
when
event.
you compress the time, it makes it way harder.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
and then like
gosh.
everyone's competing, and it's like they're going fast, they're trying to do it as fast as possible because that's where the points come in.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, fuck, dude. Like, and then I think the other one was like, you have to do like 50 burpees, bro.
Oh, burpees are not easy.
No, fuck that. Dude. I'm dead after 10. I'm like, can't do this. And then like after that, you got all this other stuff. So like, maybe it's best that it didn't happen. Still want to do it. Still want to try it. Yeah. I just got to train in it. So I might hit up the gym.
Take your time. Just do it. I guess do it. Catch the next one. But I guess train.
No, definitely train.
Starting now.
Yeah, train for that kind of competition. Yeah, for sure.
Different.
You would think burpees would be like pretty easy, but bro.
No, they suck, man.
That's the hardest thing, man.
I got this guy I met on the internet, big boy. This fool does 100 burpees every morning.
Oh hell.
With push-ups.
Oh hell.
Respect.
Wait, is that like a normal burpee? Is that with a push-up?
It's like the jump, get down, push up, stand back.
100 every morning, fasted. I'm like, bro.
That's good conditioning. Though.
It is.
Great conditioning.
He's fit too, man. I think he used to lift with Rich too. Rich Piana. I think that's how he started off. But yeah, dude is fit, man. Couldn't do it.
Crazy world. Fitness.
I can only bust out 10 and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Take a break. Super said it was something else.
After 10, I'm done. Like, what you mean?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I love lifting though, man, because when I got out of high school, I think I weighed like 110, 115. And then once 2020 came around, my pops bought a weight bench at the house. I was on that joint every day. I blew up pretty quick. And then the wedding planning came, and then I fell off. And then, yeah, bro. But yeah, I love working out. I feel like crap if I don't. Yeah. Like mentally. I'm like, man, why am I so sad today? Oh, you didn't work out yesterday.
It's a good release.
It really is.
That endorphins and all that.
You need it.
Yeah.
You definitely need it. Especially because I don't drink or smoke no more. I need something. I need something, dog. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, shit, man. Looks like our camera is going to be ending its life soon.
Oh,
fucking did it. Well, E-Man, you want to move the camera over?
Yeah.
Just move it over real quick. I'm just going to.
All right.
Yeah, man. It's, It's, working out is good. I enjoy it. You can just leave it going. Just leave it. Just keep it going. I'm not going to stop the recording.
Okay.
So you just put it in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. I like this.
This is real potting.
Yeah, this is real. This is how you really do it.
Wait a minute. I gotta make a joke real quick.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you for coming out and talking with us.
Of course, bro. When you asked me, I think I had just woke up and I turned over to Paris. I'm like, yo, he wants me to be on the podcast. What am I gonna talk about?
And here you are talking about
just what we did, man. Just enjoying each other. But yeah, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, of course. You know, we wish you the best in your business, brother.
Likewise. We'll have to hang.
Definitely. But yeah, this will give you the opportunity to go ahead and get you the shout outs. Where can they find you?
Oh.
Where can we hire you?
Shout out to Paris. Shout out my mama. Nah, you can find me on Instagram at THEBEASLYLLC. And that's the only thing that I have. I don't do TikTok. It scares me. The Chinese are watching me. So
Facts.
That's it. Praise God.
There we go.
Amen.
Well, cool,
There we
man.
go.
Yeah, thank you again for coming on. Even they can't see you in the video, but where can they find you?
Hit me up on Instagram at MountainApp. Everything else I don't want you to find. Thanks again, Ryan, for coming on.
Shout out to the Mexipino.
That's right.
All right, you guys. Make sure you guys go check out the show everywhere at Too Good For You Pod number 2 good number 4 letter U. I said that right. Yeah, pod.
Sounds about right.
On all of our socials, guys, and yeah, Tyson X Phillip. If you wanna stay in the loop with me, but with that, we'll catch you guys later. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.